Oh, hi there, YouTubeites. Let's see. Oh, today we're going to talk about, very quickly, a couple of things. One is how to price your meteorites. That's kind of a critical thing. See, here is a piece of IND. It's about 1/10 of a gram. It's about 1/10 of a gram here, more or less. This is 500. I mean, we're going down to small particles. In this case, it's an NWA meteorite. It weighs 2.7 grams. So here you have some chance of, going by measuring the weight, but you also have to look at a couple of other things. Like this one here is this long kind of snaky thing, and it's also full fusion. It's a full piece. In other words, it's a whole meteorite, and it's orientation, fusion, number of other things. So it's going to be more than $1 a gram. But if it's $1 a gram, it's easy to calculate for your customer. This is 2.7 grams, therefore it's going to cost you $2.70, sir, madam. It's easy to sell that way. In case of something which is going to, like IND, it really is a lot more expensive, and therefore you're going to have to just explain to the customer that it's so much per gram and so on. At the moment, it's about $40 a gram retail. So this would be 0.1 times 40. See? $4. So you can calculate it fast like that. That's how you should price, so that you can calculate really quickly. Or mark the price down. I don't like doing that, because when you mark the price down, you're tied to a particular market. And then what's going to happen to you if you still have that meteorite, let's say 6 months down the line, and the price of that meteorite has significantly gone up through the roof? Now you've got to strike out the old price, put the new price in, and then explain to the customer why it's more expensive than the original marking. See, that's awfully hard for a customer to understand. They want to, but they don't. So I just leave it out of their hands entirely by marking the weight down, and then I figure out, okay, this meteorite is times 5, this meteorite is times 40, this meteorite is times 1. So you look at the weight, 2.70 times 1, that's $1 a gram, times 40, that's $40 a gram, times 5, that's $5 a gram, times 0.5, that's 50 cents a gram, see? So you have this weight down in grams, and you times it, you multiply it, whatever multiplier that particular meteorite happens to be. Palisite, here's an example of something. I have a nice piece of palisite here. So it's a huge piece of palisite. In case you don't know it, I'll show you. It's a real nice piece. This is going to be real expensive. It's got lots of great stuff in it. This is just filled with olivine, see? It's just filled. And it's a delightful piece. It's a large, beautiful slice, can be backlit very beautifully. And if we weigh it out, it's going to be 33.9 grams. So what's the multiplier here? Well, this particular one at the moment is Semchan. And this comes from Russia. This is a Russian meteorite. And about 500 kilograms fell, which is not an awful lot, but it's still not a small amount. It's enough that you can find this stuff. That's what the outside looks like, by the way, is this here. That's the outside of the thing. And then here, this is the slice. So that's the shape, the original shape in the cross-section, see? Now, so with a piece like this, right now the going price on it is probably about, $20, $25 a gram, up to $40 a gram for a piece like this. A nice specimen grade piece is going to be about $30, $40 a gram. You can buy this for probably $20 a gram right now, fairly consistently, Semchan. in about a year, you'll be paying, my guess, you'll be paying somewhere in the neighborhood of $100 a gram or more. That happened with this. There's a meteorite that I have here. This one here, which is called Imilak. That is also a palisite. And I have some real interesting specimens of Imilak. This here's got a nice bunch of fusion on the front with some glyphs in it, and here on the back is a nice slice with some very nice olivine in it. And this is a piece here where you can see slices on both sides, and this really should be sliced a lot thinner, but this is called Imilak, and this one here is called Semjon. Some of the Imilak looks like this, some of the Semjon looks like this. It's palisite is palisite, it's different in different cases. But in the case of the Imilak, for instance, I'm going to price this out at $100 a gram. That is the retail for Imilak. And these pieces here are chunks of Allende. And so very thick chunks of Allende. And they could be sliced up, but people really like the big chunks of Allende, and they're very magical, very powerful. But again, this is about $30, $40 a gram, but when it's this large, it's more, because it's called a premium piece. So something that has lots of fusion crust is premium, something that is sliced and has lots and lots of olivine in it, and is particularly pretty, has that quality of being a premium piece. I have some, we took about something like 1.5 ounces of gold out yesterday from the Blue Tent mine, and that's not an awful lot, but it was very pretty little nuggets. So some of those nuggets are going to be way more than the current gold price. It's going to be like, in some cases, the premium is going to be 200 or 300% of gold price. So if it's gold is at 1,000, some of these are going to be 3,000 an ounce. It's just the way things go. In the case of something like the lunar material I have in Martian, here's some lunar material. It's little tiny, you can barely see them. There's little tiny bits in there. This is DAG 501, this is DAG 400, and here it's got a few four pieces, 4 fragments in there. And this is DAG 476, which I worked very hard to get hold of, some pieces of DAG 476. And there's some that are so tiny you can barely see them. But that's worth some money. And so I have lunar material, Martian material, and so on. Those things can run as high as $4,500 a gram for some of those things. Sugartite's fairly easy to find, but Nakla is not. So it's a question of what kind of SNCC material you're interested in. I do collect SNCC, and I have some unclassified SNCCs. If you want to go to the expense of having them graded, having them classified and all of that with the laboratories, you're welcome to do it. It can save probably a few $100s a gram by doing that. Because if I have to do it, I have to charge that extra money when I get them back from the lab, obviously. So, let's see. I also have Atlantean crystals. I should show those in the next video.